stream. Give me a second. For those of you who are watching this, my name is Dylan. I'm the developer of this game, Emoji Pop. 1 second. Hide this. Yeah, so this is my game, Emoji Pop, right here. And we're going to be working on it today. It's like a bubble shooter game where you... 1 second, let me turn off the sound. It's a bubble shooter where you aim and fire colored emojis in order to make matches and beat levels. And every world you beat, you unlock a new emoji obstacle. And the coolest thing about it, I think, is you can create your very own levels. And you can share them with the entire world. So that's the game, and we're going to be getting more into it. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'm just going to open everything and make sure everything's working well. I had to take some days off because I had an infection, and so I was kind of resting, and I thought it gave me some time to kind of regroup, and so now I'm back at it again. Yeah, you can play it at playemojipop.com. The link's right below right here. And you can design your own levels, and then if you share them with me, either on my Twitter, which you can see the handle at the bottom, or you can comment in the stream, and all it is a web link that you get, and you can share it with me, and then I can play your level on the stream, and then feature it in the game as well. 1 second. Okay. Sounds like our audio is good. I have the chats open for Twitch, YouTube, and I'm opening Twitter right now. Yeah, I'm watching Twitter as well right now, so feel free to let me know if you have any questions at all. Cool. Alright, just gonna give it a second for maybe people to join or whatever. How's it going, everybody? Before I went on, I tried to upload a video to a couple sources, and I'm having trouble uploading Instagram TV, IGTV videos, because whenever I upload it, it cuts off. It kind of resizes it, which annoys me. I'm not sure how to fix that. But yeah, we're gonna be, maybe I'll I had to take some time away, so I'm not exactly sure what I should be doing right now. We're going to be kind of doing some coding, probably. We could do level design, but I'll probably be doing some coding. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm open to that as well. So a couple weeks ago, I got feedback about the UI of my game, and so based on feedback from watchers of mine, I'm in PS2. Hey, what's up? I was wondering if you were going to join. I am alive. So that one day where I was streaming and then I cut it short last week, like Wednesday or something, my throat just felt really messed up, and like my mouth kind of hurt, and so I ended up going to the doctor, and they said I had an infection, and so I just was like, okay, I'm gonna take like the rest of this week just to relax my throat and everything, because I just needed some time off, I think. Coronavirus. No, thankfully it wasn't coronavirus. It was just this throat infection, and so I took some antibiotics, and it's really been healing a lot. It's still not like entirely gone away. It'll take some more time, but feeling a lot better, drinking lots of water. But now I can talk more without like being worried about like hurting my throat or anything. It kind of sucks too, because I felt like I was starting to get in the groove of streaming. Like I just need to like be consistent with it, you know, and so to like be sick kind of sucked, because now I kind of have to restart, but also it felt like it gave me some time to kind of take a break from everything I've been doing. Did you get some work done without streaming? No, I actually purposely didn't work. I did some video kind of stuff, but I didn't work on the game at all, because I just wanted to break from mostly I kind of just relaxed and like watched some movies and read some stuff and everything, played some games. I literally just needed a break. I think the doctor said also, it seemed like hey, what's up, Kessels? How's it going? I'm back to streaming. I had to take the rest of the week off last week because of my throat. I had an infection. I ended up going to the doctor. They said I was sick. But the time away, I felt like really, I think it's reinvigorated me. So it's frustrating to have to like take some time off and everything, but now I feel like I'm like twice as motivated as I was before. So I'm going to be streaming every day, Monday through Friday in the morning, a little bit in the afternoons. I have all these other plans that we'll talk about too. So yeah, my plan was to kind of maybe get back into the coding a bit. I might be a little bit rusty, but maybe work on some UI stuff, some meta stuff. If people want me to do level design stuff, I'm happy to do that as well. If anyone has any questions about the game, feel free to let me know. Kessel's shared with me the. I'm not sure if I can actually open it in. Kessel shared the art for my zombie that they're putting in the game. 1 second. Let me see if I can open the Discord on here. But yeah, how are you guys doing? It's been a while. I gotta download Discord for my computer really fast. Yeah, so I'm like, I know, just starting out, and like, I don't know, I feel like way more motivated now. I feel like I have like the motivation just to power through this and stream every day and upload videos every day and work on the game every day, release new updates every week. So I feel like that I think after I finished my game, I didn't really get that time away, and so now I feel like really relaxed actually, and I'm ready to go and feeling a little bit healthier now. I want to open the Discord because I want to share the art that Kessel's there for their game. They're including me, and I thought the avatar, the zombie art was really funny. Me as a zombie, which I don't think it's that much of a stretch. I'm pretty much a zombie already. Doing good. Took the weekend off, says Mattman, but now back to the grind. That's what I like to hear. Hope you had a good weekend off. Yeah. I think like during the weekdays where I was streaming and stuff, I feel like I wasn't in that grind mentality like you're in, and I feel like now I am, so I'm really excited. So yeah, that's why I didn't do any coding. So I'm like, I just need a break from everything. Like the doctor said, like they thought that whatever I got, because I've been really isolated and everything, so it doesn't really make sense that I'd be sick. And the doctor was pretty sure by looking at my throat that like maybe I was like stressed or something, and so I think I was like stressed without realizing it. And I was kind of thinking about that a lot this weekend, and so I've been kind of like really trying to relax and be easy on myself, and but I'm still super motivated to be in that grind. I'm just not as hard as myself right now, so I think I'm in a good mindset to do that grind, you know, like I know Mattman is in that grind zone right now. Discord. Mattman says, don't forget to have fun making games. That is a very good point. That's something like at previous jobs and stuff too, like once in a while like things get intense, and like there's either it's like things get political or awkward, or things get rough at work, and like someone would have to remember us like, hey, you guys, like we're making a video game, like everybody take it easy a little bit, you know. That's a good reminder. But yeah, that's a good idea. Like instead of viewing it as work, I should just be like having as much fun as I can doing it. This is my passion after all, so I should be enjoying it. All right, I got Discord open. Detecting account. Yeah, and like if anyone, I'm pretty new to the streaming stuff, as I've said 1,000 times. Like if anyone has any feedback or suggestions about like the stream, or like alternate strategies, or like different things if you're working on, or whatever it is, like I'm so open, as you guys know. What is my email for Discord? Alright, let's do this. I need to make sure I'm like, I know there's not too many people on the Discord at this point, but I need to make sure I need to make sure that I am on it still. Okay. Yeah, the art is small, it looks like. Oops. Let's see if I can zoom in. Oh yeah, check it out. So this is the art Kessel sent me over the weekend. It looks just like me. It's a zombie. Great job. Excited to see it in the game. The zombie looks kind of handsome, actually. JK. Yeah, but I thought that was cool of them to do that. I know I keep forgetting the name. Is it Undead Eatery? Is that the name of the game? I'm pretty sure it's Undead Eatery. That's too handsome to view. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I was like, oh man, I wish I had that. I wish I had that guy's awesome looks. You know, that beautiful green complexion. How are all your meetings going? I'm sure you have a bunch of meetings lined up this week as well, Kessels. But yeah, I'm just gonna post in the Discord really fast. Actually, I can do that elsewhere. Let me minimize this. Yeah, so those of you who don't know, there's a Discord. Makes sense if you're not belonging to it yet, because we're just getting started and everything, you know. But like, this is once we start building, like we're working on the game and improving that. That's my biggest focus. But like, once we keep doing that, we're gonna get more. Today, less important meetings. Okay, interesting. So like, once we build this, once we keep building the game, once we start building that audience, the Discord's where we're gonna like, because I want to build a community that's like really into the game and like creating levels and giving each other feedback. So this is like a great place where players can share levels with each other. Kessel says tomorrow I get some game studios. Okay, cool. Are you enjoying having all these meetings? Like, I'm guessing it's something that. Oh yeah, you kind of said last time that you enjoy doing it because it's like good for the game and stuff. I'm pretty sure. Let me share to the link to the Discord over here. Discord, and I'm watching the chat on YouTube, Twitch. Someone just joined. What's up? Someone named Titus Fam just joined. I'm saying, yo, what's up? Welcome. Also streaming live now at twitch.tv/emojipodcasts. Enter. Yeah, and so like, tried to join Discord, being weird. Okay, maybe that was you. I'm not sure. Let me know if there's any more problems or whatever. Cool, back to 5 minutes. Yeah. Cool. And so like also like so since it's a game about level design and game design kind of, and I was Titus fan, but that wasn't my main account. Gotcha. No worries. Oops. But yeah, since it's this is a game about game design, and I'm working with the stream as I did in previous week with Kessels, and especially you, Matt Man, to redesign the UI and figure out where we're going with this game, and always getting feedback from you. Like it's a game about game development, you know. So the Discord I think could also be a great place to like for indie developers kind of work with each other. I know there's lots of other channels for indie developers to collaborate and share their stuff, but maybe this could also be more specific towards not just mobile indie games, but like maybe this would be a great place for mobile indie games. I've thought about like creating like a Facebook group just for mobile indie games, because I don't know, like it might be good to have a more specific kind of niches. Mattman PS2 says I'm in. What's up, Mattman? I'm gonna say what's up, Mattman. Dope. Alright, so I gotta make sure I'm sharing stuff on Discord, because even though it's not big now, I need to just develop that habit. At least that's what I'm assuming. But yeah, let's look at the game. Let's see what we're gonna do today. So this is the current build on my computer. So one thing we want to do is just keep upping the UI stuff. So we were working on the button presses and stuff. So I want to finish that this week, get all the buttons working right with the punch in and looking the way I want them to look. Maybe some other little UI stuff like we started working on when you play someone's trending level in the game, it says who it's designed by, and so it's a little messed up right now. It's better. It used to be really bad the way the UI was, but we're moving in the right direction now, so we got to finish that as well. Little UI stuff like that. Last time before I abandoned the stream due to my ill health, we were working on this meta idea. So the idea is the old meta, you had to complete these tasks, seemed kind of tangential to the game, not something players would be actively thinking about, which is, I think, a problem for the highlighting the importance of such a feature. And they unlock coins and like emoji parts, which they can use to dress up their avatar emoji. So one thing we gotta do is we gotta redesign this pop-up so that there's no more tasks for now. At least I don't think they really make sense in this game. And so what we're gonna instead do is have these two like event things. So Toon Blast has these two, like, they're sort of like events, but they're constant, where you get to unlock chests by completing 10 levels in the game or by getting a certain amount of stars. So we're gonna do something similar where, like, maybe let's say we have two events at the same time. So one will be you have to earn stars in order to unlock this chest. So maybe that's just gonna be a regular thing we do. But then this other thing, it could be something we kind of rotate. It's a more kind of interesting challenge. So I was thinking it'd be cool for the first one to make it so that because I like the idea of Mattman suggesting, like, maybe put meta stuff in the levels itself, so players have to like hit it to unlock an emoji piece. What I'm thinking instead is, like, there's like special collectible items in levels where maybe they're kind of off to the side, but maybe if you match them, you collect them, and if you collect enough of them, you unlock the special chest. And so that's kind of what we're thinking about. Madman PS2 shared screenshots of my project on the game dev channel. Awesome. Let me look at that. Sweet. Oh my god. This is awesome. Let me pull this up. That is so cool. So is it kind of like a mobile Fall Guys kind of thing? Like, that seems like a great idea. Kessels is back. What's up, Kessels? I think you were there when I said I love the zombie art. I was showing that. Mattman shared some pictures of the work in his game. I think it looks super cool. Took inspiration from lots of games. Okay, interesting. I'm super jazzed about this. Oh man, I'm so excited to like learn the intricacies of its design. Kessel says, love it. Sweet, so it's like a multiplayer kind of game. And so, like, I'm guessing it's like the Fall Guys level where you're like, there's different levels to it. Hex stars. Cool, so is it out? That's really cool. Let me shared link, it's playable. Sweet. Let me look at this. That's 216 ratings so far. Nice. Oh man, this looks awesome. I'm gonna play it right now. I wish I could link it up to my computer, but I think I need to set something up before I stream in order to do that. I'll do that next time for sure. Maybe after lunch. I want to play it and just like get like a kind of glimpse at like what you're thinking with the design and everything. Tap when so. Oh, is there any way I can project this? I might not. Just wanted to tease y'all. Oh man, this is so cool. I'm so glad you shared this. This is awesome. Yeah, I wanna stream it like this afternoon maybe. Let me see. So I'm just playing right now. Cool. I think the controls make for really interesting moment-to-moment gameplay. I'm just gonna talk through my thoughts, kind of. Oh, it's like imprecise, but still precise enough to make you feel really like that you can really like. Oh, it seems like a. I'm having a hard time talking. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Ah, I lost. Cool. So I just played it. So like I said, it's like the Fall Guys level where. Hold on. Let me open. Sorry. It's like the Fall Guys where there's different like levels, and you're trying to jump on the hexes and stay afloat, stay up as long as possible. And then there's different levels, and then when you hit the water, you lose. Airplane mode for no ads recommended. Gotcha. That is cool. And so you're in like a league. Interesting. Let me go in airplane mode. Interesting. So I really like the moment-to-moment gameplay because, like, obviously a controller, like, you can be really like precise with everything, and like maybe touch is a little less precise. But I actually thought like the amount you moved it, like I could see myself over time getting that precision really down just as much as a controller probably. And I just off my first impression of the game, first playthrough, I'm like, this is something that I can get better at, and I think that's like the most important feeling to have, is that positive feeling of like, oh, I know there's something I can get better at, because you can see like how you can like, I could just understand how I could get good at that skill kind of, and it makes me want to try different strategies and stuff. Should have added your name to the AI list, missed opportunity. That's pretty funny. Next time. Fake AI multiplayer, gotcha, makes sense. I think a lot of these kind of battle royale games do that, at least at the start or whatever. So, okay, cool. So there's like a progress bar, and then you unlock the next world. Interesting. Is this a... Have you seen other mobile developers use this kind of gameplay yet? Or do you think you're one of the first to kind of nail it down? Oof, I love it. I think this is a great mode for balancing chance and skill, which is essential for replayability in my opinion. This is like my favorite mode in Fall Guys as well, because oh man, I won. Let's go. Yeah, I'm really curious how this I want to get to the next world, because I'm curious what it's like. I'm really curious how like the progression works kinda. Oh man, I messed up. Oh no, I messed up. Oh no, I'm not doing well. It's hard to talk while playing. This is awesome. Lost. I want to get to the next world because I'm curious what it's like. That's the goal. Smart. So you understand what is going on in the player's head. I think I'm one away. And yeah, so I love how like deep this skill is, you know, like if you, oh man, there's like an ideal strategy, you know, of like hopping on like one tile per time or whatever, you know, and like it can, oh, I won, sweet. And so I just feel like you could keep getting better and better and better. I love that like endless skill kind of. Smart that you can do collect ×3 to speed up progress, watch ad, that's really motivating. So I got a new unlock, it looks like a square right there. I like the idea of having like leagues to kind of make it like a competitive kind of big thing. There's another game mode that switches it up later too. Cool. Nice. Okay, so it switches to like after you unlock the next world, switches to squares. Let me see how this plays. Oh no! I immediately fell off the whole thing. I'm going to play again. Oh man, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna figure out a way to stream this after lunch. I'm not gonna play too much longer because I want people to be able to see me. Yeah, so I think Fall Guys, one of the reasons it works so well is it perfectly balances, as I said, chance and skill. So like, no matter how great you are, you still have a chance of messing it up. Just makes it interesting. Oh, there's a square I landed on that grew a bunch of other squares. That felt really good. Made me last a little longer. Oh, I won. Let's go. So it looks like there's two currencies. There's like these star gem things, and there's trophies. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna stop for now. Let me look at these outfits. You can use these gems to get outfits. And it looks... Are the trophies for, like, climbing up in League, I'm assuming? BRB work call. Cool. So I'm going to play this again after lunch so I can stream it. That is super cool. I'm so impressed by that game. We'll talk more about that later. I'm super happy to have people in my chat that make these awesome games like Undead Eatery and what is this called? Hex Stars. Super impressed by your guys' work. Super excited we can you guys help me in my games. I can at least play your games and be featured in them. That's awesome to me. Let me know if there's anything. I don't know. I'm gonna definitely share your guys' games and everything like that. Thanks so much for helping me out and showing me your work and everything. It's super inspiring. So yeah, let's leave that for now. We'll play some games later. Really impressed by that. So let's see. So now I feel super inspired by your guys' work. I'm gonna, in your dedication, your willingness to go to dozens of meetings per week and crank out these awesome games and this grind mentality. I'm gonna try to use that to motivate myself to get this meta feature going. Let me make sure no one's chatting in YouTube and Twitch. We're good. I'm gonna put on some music on the side here so that I got something distracting me a little. Alright, so cool. Madman Pistu says, can I ask something? How did you market the game? I'm really curious about that too when he comes back. Alright. So let's think about this. What do we want to work on? Oh my god, so much to do. Star chest. So there's this little notifier that's going to fill in a progress bar. Let me do a quick search action. I'm curious. If I go to App Store and search Fall Guys, I wonder what's gonna come up. Yeah, so if I search Fall Guys, it looks like there's a lot of Fall Guy clones. One second. Hexstars actually, so if you search Fall Guys in the App Store, Hexstars is, I think this is really cool. Hexstars is the 4th game to show up if you search Fall Guys. And what I think is really cool about this is that literally all of the Fall Guys like games, they look like exact Fall Guys clones. They literally look like Fall Guys. And Hexstars, the one that Madman made, it's the one that looks like unique. And for some reason it looks like if I were to see this while searching for Fall Guys games on the App Store, I'd be like, oh, this one's like made for mobile. Like that would get me to want to play it. It looks like the other ones mostly involve running, like exact Fall Guy copy. Yours looks like it's made for the touch controls. So it looks like there's maybe other similar ones, but like it looks like yours is the most polished, and I'm super excited to see what that new mode is later on. And there's another one called Hexagon Fall 3D, but you are way above them in terms of ratings and on the list of search. Super exciting. Yeah, I'm super excited to see how you grow this. You made a lot of games. cool. Yeah, I'm curious about the marketing as well. Let's see. So we got this star chest. So we need to work on the functionality so that whenever you complete stars, this chest fills up. And then once you beat the stars you need, then it'll open after you beat the level. The chest will be like, oh, you got unlocked this. I'm still nailing down what the chest is going to be or whatever it is. I was thinking it'd be cool, like, if you have to keep beating stars to unlock new emoji pieces. To me, that seems interesting. Because then, like, players are kind of really encouraged to beat these stars in order to make sure they get all of the emoji pieces that they want and get them as quickly as they want or whatever. And then there's this fruit chest, and I want this one to be like the advanced event that unlocks like maybe some kind of bigger prize. Originally these chests had coins and which unlocked avatar things. So like I was thinking in my customization it'd be cool to have some really like advanced kind of emoji pieces that are like way more sophisticated and show you that like, oh, this is an elite player. And so maybe I can give you coins to eventually earn up to that or something in this chest. That would be cool, I think. I was also giving like boosters and stuff. But I'm not exactly sure what my approach is with these boosters and stuff yet. Maybe the star chest could alternate between unlocking. Another option is like to not give boosters. Eventually, I want to make money not by charging the game, not by in-app purchases, but with a Patreon fundraiser. And so, if you are a subscriber to the Patreon, you get monthly like boosters and coins and stuff. And so maybe you have to be a member of the Patreon to get those boosters. That could be interesting. Because I know that's something players are used to, getting boosters. That's like just to get through Candy Crush and Toon Blast and games like that. Like players are like need boosters because they feel like it's impossible to beat some levels without the boosters and stuff. So they're gonna be really, the value for those boosters to them is gonna be very high. So maybe it'd be cool to kind of keep that exclusive for members of the Patreon who are supporting the game. Something to think about. So yeah, I'm just kind of talking through this because I kind of stepped away and I have a lot of stuff to figure out. And so, fruit chest. So let's add the text in here. So we had win 6 stars in the progress bar. Let's do that here. I think that's where we left off. So this is the meta box B. That's the star chest one. Let's go to A. Yeah, so I see like the power of Unity. You can make these crazy 3D mobile games, and you guys are so experienced in probably making these kinds of games. Like I think that's pretty cool. You should probably invest in learning skills like that. But focus 100% on Emoji Pop for now. Let's go to Meta Box A. Okay. Yeah, so my plan is to stream to like 12:30 right now, and then I'll take like a little break for lunch, and I'll be back for a couple more hours in the afternoon. Let's see, fruit chest. Let's go to Metabox B and just copy what we had. So here's the label, and here's the progress bar. Madman Tube, sorry, bad timing for work call, LOL. Yeah, so I was looking at the App Store, and it looks like, so if I search Fall Guys, something I was thinking about, and Kessels was asking about marketing, which I think is an interesting question. If I search Fall Guys in the App Store, there's only 3 games ahead of your game, and all the 3 games ahead of your game look like exact Fall Guys like replicas basically in terms of gameplay. It's like exactly the same, and yours is the first one that looks like it's made for mobile, and it's like a unique gameplay that's like ideal for touchscreen, not for like consoles. So I'm like super impressed by that. I feel like that's like a good position to be in. Yeah, excited to play that layer. Super cool. Yeah, thank you. That's a big compliment. Nice. Yeah, so like, that says a lot about you as a game designer and a developer. Like, there's a trend. Everyone's hopping on the trend without thinking about it. And I see this kind of I like to think of myself as like this kind of designer too in my own way. So like you see a trend, everyone hops exactly on the trend, but you think, okay, this is what about this trend actually will serve me, and what do I need to change for this totally different kind of game? It's a mobile game, which means touch controls, and it also means player psychology is very different for mobile games. The ASO keywords and store listing have been a big part of marketing for this app specifically. That makes sense. Yeah, especially I feel like you get a ton of traffic by people searching for Fall Guys and stuff, so it totally makes sense. You're thinking about keywords and store listing and stuff. We move quick. It can capitalize on any trends in the market. Nice. It seems like you capitalized on trends in a very smart way. I think that is amazing to see. So like I see the same thing in my industry, which is why I'm so appreciative of it. Like all of these companies keep making the same match 3 bubble shooter design over and over and over again. And so for bubble shooters, to me, I think they're not, the way they're designed isn't like correct, but they all do it the same way because none of them want to break with the status quo, kind of. And I could talk about that forever, but like it seems like you're doing the same thing. Like you know how to differentiate yourself. You know how to think through everything. You don't just copy the trend. That's a stupid idea. I think most of the time you translate it into a way that works best for mobile games. That is super cool. We've never had natural growth like this on a game. Usually app grows by publisher buying, users creating ads. Awesome, natural growth. That is super exciting. I feel like this, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about more than anyone else, but like I feel like this has potential to keep growing. Like I think that is super cool. Yeah, I'm super happy for you. That's super cool. I hope it keeps blowing up. I think it has so much potential. I'm so excited to keep playing and digging into it. I was gonna make a video on Fall Guys and like some things I noticed about its design that I think are interesting to me that I don't think too many people are talking about. Maybe I would love to talk about your game a little bit too. Because I think it's kind of given me some more inspiration for it. So I'm gonna. This is a video that I wanted to put out on Friday, so I'll let you know if I do that. Not that I have any kind of audience, just saying I'd love to talk about it, kinda. Yeah, but super cool. So yeah, feel free to keep talking about it. I'd love to keep hearing about it or keep working, whatever. Do whatever. So I'm just gonna keep working for now. So I'm working on getting the labels in the second event box. So one big difference. I'm curious how many people are involved in the creation of this game is one question I have. I'm curious, because you can react quickly to trends. I'm curious how many people it takes you to be able to do that. So I just need to get this space so that I know how much room I have for the progress bar. 2-man team, my brother and I. That is amazing. That is so cool. I'm so excited to see where you guys go with this. I think it has huge potential, and you guys are obviously so skilled, and you have that design mindset that these other cloners don't have. That is going to put you over the top. Star chest 6. Okay, so this dot width minus the right side of the gift image. Okay, and the label is going to be hits 10 fruits. This is a temporary, maybe I think of a different kind of way to design this event. Control save. I just make sure it works. It's gonna start this dot gift image dot x. Oh, it's the start of it. 10. Maybe it should be +5, so there's a little border there. Alright, let's see if I did that right. Yeah, so cool. I'm curious what if you guys are working on its development still, and like feel free to not answer my questions if you're busy. You know, I'm just throwing out things in my head, but like I'd be curious if you like there's certain aspects of the game that you're working on, or if you're more working on the marketing and stuff like that. Like, if are you working on multiplayer stuff? Are you working on like meta stuff? Are you working on cool gameplay? Still making updates? Yes, cool, interesting. Yeah. Later. Home. Okay, so it's a little off. Let's see what we did. Oh, I accidentally made the update to the wrong box. Oh my god. No real multiplayer, probably ever. LOL. Cool. Yeah. Interesting. I don't think it's necessary for the mobile game because people aren't playing this game on mobile for people aren't playing on mobile like to play multiplayer and have that experience. That's more of a console thing. Like, I think players that are playing this on mobile more care about like the core gameplay and that feedback loop, and you know, and getting the progress. So I think that's totally cool if there's no real multiplayer. I think that makes sense. Probably would be really complicated to do and costly. So let me undo all the changes I made here. So Kessel was curious about the marketing. Mattman says app grow organically with ASO, app search, word of mouth more than any app I've had before. So yeah, usually they're used to publishers making ads and buying users to make the app grow. That's usually how it works in the industry. Yeah, super. I think that's what's something I'm trying to do in a way is I'm looking as indie developers. So corporate developers, they have it easy in a way because they just have to make sure a game is somewhat profitable, and they can calculate that with data, and they can like release the game in some faraway country, and if it makes money, they're like, okay, we can afford to spend this many millions of dollars to buy this many users because we know eventually we'll make money off of that. And by buying all those users, it inflates it up the store and stuff like that, and so then it gets all this organic traffic, and we can't do that because we don't have the money to buy all those users. So you can go through a publisher and give away part of your game in order for them to make ads and buy users. But what you're doing is way cooler. Is you're leaning into organic, viral kind of stuff, just people finding it naturally, organically, without going through ads. And I think that's a super smart way to. You're leveraging your position as an indie developer by attaching yourself to this trend in order to get some organic growth. I think that is something all indie developers need to be doing or thinking about as often as they can. Obviously, working through the publisher totally makes sense for some games, but like if you can get at users for free, which is what I'm trying to do with like my level sharing feature and stuff like that, and all that other stuff, like I think that's a really awesome way to be taking on the corporate developers and building something for ourselves, you know? This is a good example of why the App Store is useful versus not being on the App Store. That's a really good point. Publisher is still trying to make ads. That side is working as well yet. Gotcha. Cool, so it could like really grow. That's really exciting once you get those ads. Got lucky with ASO. Cool. Yeah, interesting. App Store optimization. Yeah, and it makes sense, especially because it's like a trend. So everyone's probably looking for games like this in the App Store. So it makes sense you want to be on the App Store. That totally makes sense to me too. Very interesting. Yeah. I should. That's another thing I have to think about is like the App Store translations of this game. I'm using an older engine, so I'm having some problems pitching it onto these app stores, and I have all these other reasons why I want to wait anyway. So that's a whole other can of worms I need to open at some point. Can Cocoa Pods turn into App Store game? Can Cocoa Pods turn into App Store game? Cocos JS. Are you talking about my engine? It can, but I'm not that great of a software engineer or whatever. I love game design so much. Yeah. So it's called Cocos 2D JS is the specific engine that I'm using. And I'm not like that great of a software engineer, I just love game design, and so I code so that I can make games and design them, kind of. So even at my last company, I want to be a game designer, I want to be a level designer, and then I'm like, in order to keep pursuing game design, I end up coding stuff, and then eventually I find myself coding all the time because I've become some kind of engineer, even though I'm not a software engineer. I'm a game designer, So I'm having trouble. I was having trouble getting it working because it's supposed to be able to export it to iOS and Android and all that other stuff. But I was having trouble probably because I don't have experience in a long time releasing on the app stores. That it's getting all these bugs when I was trying to do it, and I don't really understand what I'm doing. And the engine's a little bit outdated, so I think there's some maybe problems with that. And so I was like, maybe I should just focus on the web. There's another version of Cocos called Cocos Creator that's more similar to Unity, and it's updated more regularly, so I think it'd be easier for me to translate the game using that engine, but I have to sort of rebuild the game in that engine, so I'm just not really sure what I'm doing. Maybe I should just put more effort into figuring out what the problems are with exporting into App Store, because I think you're right, maybe it would be good to have a version of the game up there. I think that's a good idea. But yeah, maybe I should look into that soon. I was having all these bugs that I don't understand, and I don't understand how to set it up for the it allows you to create the game, but I just don't know how to embed it in the App Store stuff, and then all the tools I'm using, like with reading stuff from online and stuff, that wasn't working on iOS. I have to change how I'm doing all that stuff, because right now it's like a native JavaScript kind of game, and so as you can say, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now, so that's kind of the state of the app translations, but it should work. It's just I'm not that good at what I'm doing, I'm like, that sounds like a headache. Yeah, it kind of is. I started learning the Cocos Creator engine, which is supposed to be easier to pitch it to these other platforms, but it's going to take a long time, and it's going to require me to change a lot of the code. Kessels is going now. See you in 30 minutes. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you then. If you keep thinking about that, your throat will swell up again. I can feel it. I need to drink some water. Have now the meeting. Cool. Good luck with your meeting, Kessels. I feel like Kessels should dress up as a zombie for all his meetings. And including the green paint. Oh, yeah, so that's something I need to work on. I thought about working on this weekend, but I was like, that will just cause me so much more stress than I already am, But I'm feeling motivated, so maybe it's something. Maybe once I make some more core changes, once I get this game going a little bit more polished, and get out there a little bit more, maybe that's when I hunker down on the App Store translation. I think you've kind of motivated me to put myself out there in that sense, Can I see fruit chest / star chest? I'm not sure what you mean by C. This is literally, I'm just making the UI right now. Let me refresh. So, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that question. Okay, what's it gonna do? Okay, let me tell you. So the idea is we're gonna have 2 chests. The design will evolve from here. This is just the way it is right now. This chest, you have to win 6 stars. Or whatever the amount of stars is. Stars is levels. So after you beat a certain number of levels, you get. I was thinking of having this be an emoji piece. So to keep beating emoji pieces, you have to keep beating the stars. So right here, I think it'll show an emoji piece that is up next. And so for this fruit chest, the idea is I kind of got inspiration from your idea a little bit, where I'm gonna have colored pieces of fruit in the level. There's 6 different emojis. There's a grape, there's an apple, there's an orange, and so instead of maybe randomly, I'll just replace some emojis in the level with these fruits. And so by collecting them, once you collect 10 or whatever, you unlock this fruit chest. and I'm not exactly sure what that's gonna do. I was just talking through that. I was like, because also in the game I have these boosters. So there's like a bomb that blows some stuff up. There's a rocket that clears a row. You can use them in the world or in these mini levels to help you progress. So I could have a chest that gives you coins, which unlock the more complicated emoji customization pieces, like the hats and everything or whatever. And maybe as well the chest could come with some of these boosters or whatever. But I'm not exactly sure. I think that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be like a chest that gives you boosters and coins. And then this is going to be just an avatar piece. So that's my thinking. I would love feedback. This is so tentative. I was thinking also eventually I would want to like rotate these out so it won't always be the fruit chest. Maybe it'll be the fruit chest for a week. Then maybe the next week it'll be some like kind of competitive feature where you're trying to like, maybe you're on a team and you're trying to see which team can beat the most stars in order to get the chest at the end of the week. That's kind of what my thought is. So yeah, it's I can tell there's like so many questions going to change. I don't mind it. I recommend a satisfying animation for the chest opening. Totally makes sense. Once, let me log in. Wait, yeah. Mattman says players need a dopamine rush. That is a great point. The way it is right now is very, very not flashy. Not dopamine at all. One sec. So I logged in with Facebook. Let's see. So I'm gonna go into my database to change it so I have more XP so that I can show you the chest unlock. Because I forget how it looks myself, but I think it basically just doesn't really do much of anything. Let me see. I am in the database. Emoji pop users. So I'm in my account in the database. So I'm gonna make my rank 1 and XP. It's gonna be 20. And then these are where are my tasks? These are my tasks. So we'll say that I completed this one. So let's refresh the game. I feel so lucky to have these like such talented like game developers in my chat, like helping me out so much. It's so cool. So let me open it up. Okay, so I'm gonna hit this and we're gonna get a chest. Okay, it crashed. Never mind. Oh, I moved this to a different place, so it's not going to work. So I can't even show you. Never mind. Yeah, so it just opens a pop-up, and the gift shakes, and you hit open, and then it like shoots down coins and boosters into your counters where it says. So haha, so close. Yeah, I know. So the pop-up would open here, and the gift would be shaking. It's this little awful like art of a gift, and you hit open. I think it explodes in this really boring way, and then it sends coins shooting into this coin. You probably can't see it. Oops. So there's a coin counter at the top, so it shoots coins into there, and then after that it shoots a couple boosters into your booster counters right here. So it's kind of just more to show you what it's unlocking. It's not flashy at all. That's something that I think would be awesome to develop with you in the chat, like this week. I think that you probably know how to make those little edits to make that juice. I still very much like the idea of another slot machine, but I like to gamble. Interesting. Yeah, so Mattman suggested the idea of making it be... I like that. Making it be chance-based, basically. I like that a lot for... Your way will probably work too. I like that idea. Also, I could see that making the event more replayable. You can fake the slot odds. Yeah, I already do. So it's funny, I actually fake the slot odds right now, but I actually fake them in the player's favor because with 4 slots spinning, very, very rarely do you get all 4. If they were all 50%, you would almost never get all 4. And that felt really bad as I was playing the game. I was like, I keep getting like 2 or 1 moves every time, like, and I felt like it should be more powerful. So actually, the more your streak is, the bigger slot machine you have, the more likely each slot is at winning you. Because I felt like the odds should get better each time. It just felt better, you know. So it's kind of funny. I'm faking the odds, but it's actually like the odds of it being a smiley face. It starts at 50% with the 2, then it gets like to 75% by the end. Each slot is like a 75% chance of becoming a smiley face. So, but yeah, faking the odds makes sense for that reason. Also, the first world that has a 100% chance of working, so it makes sense. You got to fake those odds in order to create the experience you need. But I like the idea of making it chance based for like this fruit chest. So my idea is like, oh, like you like collect these fruits by making like the matches that sometimes contain fruit in them. And then once you get enough fruit, you get to spin the slot machine, and maybe it'll give you a ton of coins. Maybe it won't give you too much. I could see that like being more rewarding. And then on the times where you don't get as much, you have this gut feeling of like, oh, I need to get it again because I need that big win moment. So I like the idea of a slot machine actually. And I was thinking like I need the booster because if it's just coins, I felt like it wouldn't be like powerful enough. Maybe I can give you a booster and a spin at this coin slot machine. I like that a lot. So like depending on how many like coins you get matched up, changes how many coins you get. So maybe you'll get 20 if you're not so lucky. Maybe you'll get like 100 if you're really lucky. I like that suggestion a lot. Thinking a lot, Matt, man. I think that's my top option for now. I just need to like think on it. Let me know if you have any more ideas or feedback. I like that a lot. I think it would make it more engaging actually. You would think that the regular reward would be more engaging, but I already have that with this star chest. I like the idea of jazzing it up with this fruit. You could get skin, booster, nothing. Ooh, I like the idea of mixing it up with, yeah. Encourage them to keep playing. Interesting. Let me play the first level of this because I want to see what the slot machine looks like right now. Because part of me is wondering, I feel like I want more than 4 slots. Because yeah, I like the idea of some of them rolling as boosters, some of them rolling as coins. Maybe once in a while a rare one is like a special skin or whatever. I like that idea a lot. But I also like the idea of having this regular star chest give you a more regular reward. Maybe, yeah. I got a lot to think about. I was thinking for this I think it'd be cool to have like a chancy event and then like a normal regular event. So like the regular one is to keep you to like regularly playing the game, to keep regularly winning these rewards. And then this other one could be like the more chancy one. Well, in the chest you get slot 2. That makes sense. You get a slot along with the other stuff in there. Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna have more clarity on this when I wake up tomorrow. Like I need to think about this. There's a lot of good. I love the space that you're pointing out to me, and I just need to like think about it for a little bit. I think that is super exciting. I just want to look at the slot machine. Lots of ideas for you to digest. Oh, feel free to keep suggesting. Honestly, like I don't want to like lose any golden ideas. You know, I like these ideas a lot. Yeah, just saying that like I'm not like totally saying this is what I'm doing because I'm like these ideas are so good that it's it would be irresponsible for me to just accept them without thinking about them because I think that like such a good idea. These good ideas need like the respect of me like contemplating them and fully considering their ramifications and stuff. You know. Yeah, so I just want to beat this first level in the game so I can see what the slot machine looks like again. Ew, that save locking button. Thanks for reminding me about that. It looks even more awful than it did before somehow. It's not even like centered. It looks even, it's stretched out and poorly positioned. Blue. Okay, so this is just the small slot machine. Another thing I could do is, because like the way it works right now is it only considers like the one thing it rolls into. So if I hit stop, 2 smiley faces appear. Okay, so I got 2 smiley faces, and that's equivalent of 3. Let me Google. Could be revamped a bit. I still like it. Totally agree with you. I was thinking though, for like this new slot machine for like the event or the events or whatever. Usually, like, I'm sure you're familiar with slot machines a bit. Like, usually there's like multiple winning lines and stuff. So like maybe there's like 3 rows, and like certain combinations lead to certain rewards. Like, in order to make it bigger, and I feel like I need more room to show all the and having more possible spaces kind of creates the opportunity for me to make bigger wins, you know. By having more spaces, I might be able to fit more in on the screen. Yeah. So maybe it would be cool to have like three different lines or something like that. This might be over-engineered for a game with multiple lines, but as a gambler, I still like the idea. Makes sense. I need to consider like the simplicity as well. Like, there's a lot of simplicity in what I had before with this just one line. If there's a way to add more chaos, because I was thinking like, what if I had like 6 slots or 8 slots, but I couldn't really fit that. So then I was thinking maybe I have like a double decker, and that reminded me that like more lines, 3 lines might work. Yeah, that makes more sense. I think that could be clarity. Instead, you're trying to like match as many of them as possible. I think I like that. Yeah. Oh man, so many ideas. Oh, I feel my infection coming back already. No, just kidding. Yeah, I like these ideas. Thanks for all these suggestions, Matt, man. 3 lines might work. Yeah, I think I agree. There's just so much to consider with what the reward should be. Yeah. I think it would look cool as like a big jumbo thing. Maybe the final line is always a skin, and the slot teases you by always being so close to hitting it. I like that idea a lot. Maybe the final line is always a skin, and the slot teases you by being so close to hitting it. Final symbol. One thing I was thinking is like, could the skin be, because in the, let me go back. Good suggestion. In the I was thinking this, like getting stars. Yeah, I can't. Whenever I begin to say something, I like all these other ideas pop in my head. I'm not really sure what I'm saying anymore. Final symbol. Yeah, that makes sense. One thing I was thinking is, what if like this big jackpot, this big slot machine, what if the special skin, because maybe in the star chest I'm unlocking common skins, and then maybe this fruit chest, in addition to getting coins, I have the chance of getting like a rare skin. And so instead of always getting a skin, maybe the rare skin is like a jackpot. So often in these slot machines, there's like this special thing that happens where if you get like 3 of the same symbol, or if you get the same symbol, this like special symbol in each column, then you get like this special crazy thing happens where you get like 10 free spins or all this stuff. How many skins do you have? How many can you easily create? I can create a ton. Good question. So what I'm doing to create skins is, I'm just literally opening up the Twitter emoji set, and all these faces could be like all these different faces. These are all different skins that I could literally just cut out and paste into its own file, you know? Like eyebrow raise, zipper mouth, tongue, money mouth, sticking tongue out. I've done a lot of these already, and I just haven't put them in the game yet. Little hats. Oh, this, and then like maybe they can like, oh yeah, lots of skin opportunities. Yeah, exactly. And like for example, these eyes and this mustache, they're separate, but you might want to put them together. You can unlock them separately, and then you have like a complete set or whatever. So like, I'm like splitting up all these different pieces. There's like every like color. This circle I could like I made like this circle into a different like flag. So like I made the circle look like an American flag, or the Brazil flag, or the French flag, or there's different bodies basically that I can use. I can use the clown base, I can use the devil face, I can use the skull face. So yeah, tons of skin opportunities that I can easily, quickly make, even though I don't have any artistic ability. So yeah, so I was thinking it'd be cool if like when it's like spinning, if you get like a certain number of the slot of the emoji skin that lands in, then if you get like 3 of them or 1 each column or whatever, maybe that's like epic win. You get this really rare skin kind of, or something like that. Maybe that could be cool. And then they also get well, if they don't unlock this skin, they still get all these coins by spinning the slot machine. That and they could use coins to purchase specifically which rare emoji piece they want or whatever in the shop. So I was thinking that might be good. So they're not always unlocking a skin when they spin it, but there's a chance for a super rare skin, and they're always unlocking at least coins, which they can use to get the skin that they want, which might be cool. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Let me know if you have any feedback or ideas about that. This is super exciting. But yeah, Jackpot could always be displayed, aka the cool skin. I like that a lot. Just make it clear how to get it. That totally makes sense. That's something I'm gonna have to figure out the best way to convey simply. Otherwise, it won't be that incentivizing. I think that's a really important point that I wasn't thinking about. It could always be displayed, the cool skin, like so. Like if the player doesn't get it, they see the skin that they're working towards, and they're gonna be motivated to get it next time. You know, if they like it or whatever. I like that. Like it's always displayed like, oh, this is the big win. This is the reason why you're playing this feature, and you're gonna keep interacting with it because you can get this special piece or whatever. And yeah, then next week could say like yeah, somehow really clearly how it works. 3 of this logo equals rare skin, and then they get it, and new one replaces it. Makes sense. And then that would be really smart. Like that's a really great suggestion to like replace it so that they see next time what they're gonna get. That is smart. That I could tell that's the advice of a very experienced game designer who's made these features before and knows that that's something in the player's psychology that, oh, that's the next thing I want to work towards. That's a really great suggestion. Yeah, it's by your suggestions I'm being able to like imagine what it's going to look like more and more. That's really awesome feedback. Yeah, I like this a lot. I like having the regular chest in addition to like this special one that gives you this jackpot. I don't think I want to give you a chest in this fruit chest. I think I want to focus on the jackpot and show the slot machine instead of a chest. And like it's basically like a chest. I never made a slot machine like that, but I like to do unlock random skin for reward video ad. Okay, totally makes sense. I could see where you got that from. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like this a lot. And I think what all this is doing is motivating players to keep beating levels. Because if you beat a level, you unlock a bunch of moves, which gives you a lot more progress in the game. So you want to keep doing that if you want to get the progress in order to spin the slot machine or make this chest. So I really like how that is feeding into the core loop. And if you lose a level, you can keep watching an ad to keep replaying it. If you don't watch an ad, the level will go away. So that's also really encouraging players to watch these ads to make sure they beat each level, because each level gives them reward moves and also keeps their streak up, so they make maximum number of moves each level. So I like how this is all feeding into the core loop and core motivations that I'm trying to instill in the player of beating these levels and getting them to watch ads in order to beat the levels or whatever it is. So I think that this is awesome. And the slot machine is a great idea, and if the fruit chest thing isn't that great, or maybe it's something I want to rotate in and out anyways to keep fresh, you know, and keep players checking in because things change. Steady flashing light patterns of slot machines when you get hit big. That is a great point. If I had like a super flashy animation that's way more flashy than my other animations, like I could see that what you're saying. That could like really like the dopamine you suggested. I could see that really servicing that big win moment. That makes sense. I'm gonna have to work hard because like I don't have the artistic skill, but yeah, like if I work really hard, I bet I could make it like really flashy and stuff. Excuse to go to casino on company card. Not a bad idea. Interesting. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I like that a lot. Oh man, interesting. So I feel like what I want to do is this is going to be a 2-week project. So, but where? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm like, I have so much work to do now. Oh man, that was so funny. So I'm thinking, yeah, I was trying to like think about like let's start the big picture. Let's think about how I'm gonna implement this, just in terms of scheduling. I wanted to do like each week update the game. Last week I got sick, couldn't update the game. I'm thinking I take 2 weeks because we got the UI. I'm glad we did that UI design in 1 week. That was a much needed fix. Bet you can do it less than a week. I think I could too. But what I was also thinking is I need to finish the UI stuff, and I was thinking it'd be cool to like do all of this polishing stuff everywhere with the UI, like the buttons and other stuff as well. And in addition to this meta stuff, yeah, maybe I could do it in a week. Maybe I should just try to do it for a week. If I have to do 2 weeks, then I'll add in some more tasks, like including the polishing of the UI and maybe some other stuff. Yeah, maybe I should just try to get it done ASAP. I bet I could do it in a week. You're right. I think that the week is the perfect amount of time. I was thinking there'd be other stuff, but like maybe there's not. Maybe it'd be cool to get this feature out in a week. So let's try to do that. Thank you for the encouragement. Let's do that. So I'm gonna start with the star chest because that's easier to implement, and it'll set the foundation for the more complex fruit chest slot machine thing. I think that might be a good way to get started. Alright, so let's do this. So first thing we're going to do is whenever you beat a level, I need to track it in the database that you've made a point of progress towards the star chest, and this will update visually the progress, and this will go down to 5 or whatever it is, and then the next thing you need to do is when you get the progress bar full, I need to reset that task in the database, and I need to open up that that chest in the pop-up. What's the slot emoji gonna look like? So I'm guessing you mean like the icon in the slot machine for that represents the jackpot emoji thing. I'm not sure what it should look like. It could either be literally the skin that they're unlocking, but then it changes each time. Maybe that's not as clear. Don't they have one in Twitter? Oh, the slot emoji. I see what you mean. Yes, they do. Let's look at that. I always go to hot emoji because they have the full-sized images actually. So this is what it looks like on Twitter. So this is what I used as like the base, but I modified it a bit. It only has one row. It's basically what you saw in the game, except with smiley faces instead of 7s. I could maybe make it look more like the one above, like kind of make it look more like a fancy slot machine or something. Maybe give it like this like side lever and stuff, like that could maybe differentiate it a bit. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This one in the bottom left. So it looks very boring actually. Yeah. I could have like the cherries. The cherries usually resemble the jackpot. So either in the slots there'll be needs more lights. Yeah, you're right. That's something that I'm gonna be definitely looking at you for advice as I implement that. Cause yeah. So there's I guess I could use the siren emoji kind of. So there's like these sirens. I feel like these look, I could easily modify this to look like the kinds of lights that you see flashing, and they could be changing colors and stuff. It depends, especially depending on how big your win is. Then the way they react to you could be very different. Like, so it's really more juicy when you get the big jackpot. I was thinking for the icons that come down, that can go on top when the jackpot hits. Oh yeah, like a big one on top. That's usually the jackpot thing, huh? That's a good point. I could have like little lights that flash around, like around the slot machine maybe, and then like, yeah, a big one, or maybe 3 on top. Or maybe I could have 3 on top that usually glow, and then they just like go crazy when you get the jackpot. Go on top for jackpot hits. That's a really good idea. And I was thinking for the icons that are spinning, it could either be like a coin. You should sketch it out in Photoshop with the emojis you might use. That's a good idea. Let me do that. Yeah, just to like get the visual and spacing and stuff. Why did I didn't Google Photoshop? Adobe Photoshop. Oh. Sounds fun to make a slot machine just out of the Twitter emojis. It was pretty fun to make this whole game out of just Twitter emojis, actually, like, because it comes together so quickly, kind of. Yeah, you kind of just piece it together. So I'm just gonna create a blank thing. This is my first time using Photoshop since like 2004. Let me know if you need Photoshop tips. Good chance I might, but maybe I won't. Yeah, I'll definitely, let me know if you have any suggestions. I think I might be able to do this base stuff since I think most of it's like GIMP. I'm gonna download the siren. Download the slot. Just put all emojis on their own layers. That's my tip so far. Good advice, good advice. So I'm gonna open up like what I've been using for the pop-up background so far. Phone. So this is like the base pop-up that I've been using. Oops. And oops, what did I do? And I just downloaded. Oops. All right. Scale that down. Trying to figure out where scale is. You can turn into smart objects too. Right click a modular so you can scale up down without losing quality. Convert to smart object. Gotcha. Thank you for that advice. Click the layer itself. So like one thing I'm thinking about is like I want a lot of space for this. I'm thinking I should have. So for the biggest, it looks like my camera's a little pointed down towards my pants. For my biggest, my biggest slot machine in the game is 4 columns, but I'm thinking it'd be cool if this one was 3, and if it was like 3 by 3 maybe. That way, like 3, like if you get like a special piece in each 3, that gets you the special emoji. Like that would be a better experience than if there were 4. I think 3 might be the right amount of rarity for some reason, you know. Pants stream, yeah. Maybe we should pay attention to that. So, oops. One sec. Need this to be on the other side. Okay. Do 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 do. You can edit the layer if it's smart. You probably need to know that. Yeah, gotcha. Good to know. Just turns back to normal shape. Gotcha. Good to know. There's the bucket. So I'm gonna make this like longer. I guess it doesn't need to be too long. Leave it there for now. Let me open up the picture of the coin so I can see, like, just get like a somewhat of a normal scale on this stuff. Res coin. Do 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 do. So this would be pretty big. Oops. So the slot machine would look something like this. This looks very different than the other one we had. And then at the bottom is where I'd have to have kind of instructions or whatever. And then like the cherries would symbolize the slots, and so down here it would say like, one sec. Why the phone outline, if I might ask? Yeah, so that's just like the background I was using. Since at the beginning, especially, I was like, everything's gonna be like an emoji. So there's this phone emoji. This background's a phone emoji from Twitter. So that's just what I was using as the box to hold the pop-ups. Since I do need something to like have the background, so like books that says like how this thing works and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe I was also thinking like they're kind of ugly and take up a lot of room. And so I was planning on redesigning them with UI anyway. Will that be the pop-up menu too? This is the pop-up menu. Oh, for like, yeah. I think I understand. Yeah, I think it will. The pop-up menu. Pop-up menu. Not exactly sure what you mean by that. This is the background I use for all the pop-ups in the game right now. So I would, but I was already reconsidering that as a UI thing anyway. But yeah, because I need basically just some kind of box to like put text in and put the slot machine in and stuff. So let me know if you have any feedback. That's just making it look more like a slot machine. Little light on top, maybe where coins and emojis could come out. Okay, I see. Little light on top. Yeah, so I could kind of make this whole pop-up just look like a crazy slot machine, kind of. Let me look at slot machines. Like a penny slot shooting out. I'm curious what you mean, a little light on top. Also think about how users will activate it. So I want them to activate it the same way they activate the other. So like, if I change the way this slot machine looks, it needs to also work for the other slot machines, because I shouldn't have two slot machines where one works one way and one works the other way. So right now you hit a button at the bottom that says stop the slots, and so I could have like a side thing that's cool, but it takes up too much room. So I probably have just a button at the bottom that says stop. Everything's spinning like I showed you in the slot machine before. You hit stop, and then they go chink, 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 chink. Put clip art after you search for slot machines. Okay. Good idea. Throw that red siren on. Oh, light. I thought you meant light as in not dark. That totally makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, so this looks really good. So I think I see. So this should be the pop-up. Like, it's gonna be different, obviously. Like, this should be the pop-up itself, kind of. The light on top probably would cut off some of the stuff on top, but the bottom here, where the stuff comes out, that's where you can kind of say what the rewards are and everything. Yeah, let me think about this. Because like another concern is if I redesign this slot machine too much, the other slot machine shouldn't be totally different, you know. So like if I totally redesign this one, I'm gonna have to redesign the other one, which is okay, but I should just make sure that I can make that change and stuff. Let me get those other things in here. Yeah, let me think. Can I just get rid of that? Can I just get rid of that and integrate this into a full pop-up? Let's see. Let me just merge all this down for now. They all lightly show wind lines too. That totally makes sense. Yeah, I could have like a little red line kind of or something. Alright. Oops. Future reference, I would have put all in folders so they all move together. Gotcha. I was just merging them down. Makes sense. I don't think I had folders in GIMP, or at least I didn't know how to use them. That's good to know that you can do that, though. That's because I was always wasting time by like merging stuff and then unmerging it and stuff. I'm just gonna do this for now, since I'm just mocking it up anyway. See, I'm trying to see what would this look like without this like box. Should be anyways. So yeah, let's see what this looks like without like. Looks better without background. Just put translucent black background behind it. Gotcha. Makes sense. Just put translucent and back. What's up, Kessels? So Mattman had this suggestion for redesigning this event layer. So basically, we decided in the meta for the game, we're gonna have this star chest where you will just like, there's this chest that gives you coins and boosters whenever you, it's like a more basic reward whenever you get a certain number of levels that you beat. But we're working on this special event where if you do a certain thing, right now I'm thinking if you like get a certain number of collectibles in the game, then you get this slot machine instead of a chest. And so Mattman was kind of helping me think about what the slot machine would even look like. And it's gonna work differently than the slot machine in the game right now. It's gonna have like 3 win lines, and you're gonna be able to win lots of coins and stuff. But if you get 3 cherries, then you get this rare skin basically. And so that's what we're working on now, just seeing what it would look like. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't look, Mattman, I agree. The background looks weird with it. I think you're right. I want to make it look like a slot machine kind of. So it's like a slot machine. Yeah, exactly. So I was kind of looking at some clip art and stuff like that. like looks better without background, just translucent black background behind it. But then it would look, if I'm hearing you correctly, wouldn't it just be like a kind of like a square kind of thing? Like I feel like I want to make it look like a kind of a flashy slot machine kind of somehow. Maybe there's like lights coming around the side. Maybe that's what I do here. Maybe it's like a. Let me look back at this. Maybe I could. Hold on. Maybe I can make like a solid round thing. Like, I'm not saying this is going to be the color or anything yet. I could make it. Hold on. I want to stretch this. Let me think. So this is like the top of it. And I want the top to be here. Let me know if anyone has any feedback on this. So, like, what do you think about this map, man, as, like, kind of like the shape of it and stuff? I was thinking I could have, like, lights coming up the sides. I think it looks a little messed up, but what do you think about this general direction, or should I don't know. What do you think about this kind of direction? And I'd have, like, circles here that flash colors or something. Maybe this should be a little higher. I like the direction. I'd like a little darker black. Let's do that. Rounded rect under slot to show where your coins would come out of. That totally makes sense. Actually, you know, I just remembered. That slot emoji I showed you is not the only slot machine emoji, I don't think. I thought there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is another version of the Twitter emoji that they used to have, where there's like these little rounded bars, like you're saying. Didn't mean to make darker black. Yeah, it's a little too black. I'd ID at a little darker black. Rounded rectangle. It's not. Okay, I see. What color should this? Yeah, it should look more brighter. You're right, like a slot machine kind of. Yeah, so rounded. I need a rounded rectangle. but it's already better than your current slot machine. Nice. Yeah, maybe I should like, I think I should redo those slots in the game to make them like this, and then I can make them kind of flashier and stuff too, you know? And then that could be my way of slowly getting away from these ugly kind of pop-ups and start transitioning to, like, you know, updating all of them. Right hand toolbar, long click on regular rect tool. So there's a rectangular and there's an elliptical. I assumed, oops, it wasn't selected. So this is like too round. I feel like it needs to be more rectangle based, right? Down more close to the bottom. Right hand toolbar, long click on regular rect tool, 2 below text. Gotcha, thank you so much for this help. This is a huge help. I see, thank you so much. So yeah, rounded rectangle. Oops. What am I doing? Select. None. Just making it the same color, yellow, so you can't see. Gotcha. So it's gonna be something like this. Interesting. So it's like something like this or something. And then here's where I'd say like whoa. Do 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 do. 3 cherries equals rares. How did you market your game? How did you market your game? So I'm not really marketing at all. Like all my marketing is just on social media. Right now, I'm just working on the game and the stream, and my goal is to create a community that loves making levels in the game and is creative so in the game you can create levels and then share them on social media, and then everyone can click your web link in order to go to the game and play your level. So I'm just kind of focusing on organic growth right now, and then once I have this game, once I work with everyone here and you have skilled developers in the chat, and once I make the game better and better and better, and then I have like an app version, then I'm ready to like start marketing. Once I have like an organic audience that I've grown in the groups I'm on Facebook. Oh yeah, so like so I'm just like posting videos that I make also to these Facebook groups and on YouTube as well. So I'm just like not getting much attention except on these Facebook groups. They get a lot of views there just because there's a lot of people, but I'm not like going on my way anywhere else to market yet. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm open to suggestions though for sure. Slots usually show win lines above reels. Yeah. Like above them though, I think I want it to be more like in it. Like I was thinking I could just have 3 like little arrows or something on the sides, because I think showing them above, like I don't need to like, oh I see, like kind of like showing like on the top is where you say like oh this is what you need for a jackpot and stuff. That's a good point. Like I was looking at those images. I think I want to show what the hit lines are within it, but I think putting like the jackpot kind of information on top would make sense. If you just search slot machine, they all have like the special information at the top of what you need to win, and so like that would be cool to do that. So I was also thinking I'm back in 5 minutes recording something. Cool, see you then, Kessels. I'm gonna be live till like for like almost another hour at least. I'm gonna get some lunch. Maybe I'll leave the stream open even. But yeah, another thing I was thinking in all this, in terms of displaying like the winning information, which I think makes sense maybe to show at the top. I could totally do that. I need to figure out what these coins, how they translate to winning coins and stuff like that. So each coin isn't just one coin. Like the more coins you land, I want there to be you basically win more coins. Like one coin's one coin. Like in the main game, if you get 1 emoji, you get 1 move. But if you get 4, then you get like 10 moves. You might want to save and digest for a bit. It's a big decision. Totally makes sense. Good idea. Yeah. It was good to like get started working on this though. I could see how we're gonna execute it. I could see the space. I'm glad we started by your suggestion looking at it. And now I agree with you that we need to get rid of that background pop-up. I can just make a really effective slot machine just like this, kind of. Yeah, so yeah, I need to think about some stuff for sure. And yeah, some of the design stuff is going to influence how this looks, which is, I think, a good point as to why I should digest it a bit, because I need to figure out, like, because there's a lot of coin combination possibilities. Like, how do I say how many coins you earn, basically? I could have it in like smaller print, like they did in this kind of like, in like this image, they have like kind of smaller like a diagram that shows, and I could kind of do that where like 1 coin equals this, 2 coins equals this. I could have like 2 columns of doing that or something like that. But with 9 slots, it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be a lot. But I guess they're not gonna have like only 1 coin on the board, or only 2, or only 3. There's only gonna, so like I was thinking, there's a chance of there being a cherry in each one, and then there's a chance of there being a dud in each one that doesn't do anything. So the most number of coins you can get is 9. The fewest you can get is 3. Might just want to go with centerline for clarity and ease of use. Yeah, that's a very good argument. I think one thing that's cool about having 9 slots is that the potential for big win moments is even bigger. Like, having 9 coins happens rarely, but gives you a ton. Oh man, see all these contradictions. If you get 9 coins, that could be better than winning the rare emoji, which could be bad. So maybe I do only want 1 win line, and like you're saying, it would be easier, and it would give me more room as well. Maybe I should. Trust me, I want you to build it out. I like slots, lol. Yeah, it makes sense, you do. Another thing I was thinking is maybe I have, let's imagine a possibility where I have 1 win line, like you're saying might be more simpler, and I could have 3 slots, and maybe if they're all coins, then you 1 bonus slot rolls to see if you get the extra prize. So that way it's kind of all in line. Like, I think this way there's not any contradictions. Like, you're rooting for the coins, and then once you get all the coins, then you're rooting for like the bonus slot in the last line. And so that way there's still this chance of winning the rare skin, but it's way more simpler to understand how that works. Or a slot within a slot. There we go. It opens up another slot. That is another possibility. That actually is a possibility. It is cool in a way, but yeah, that's funny. It would that'd be a lot. That would be exciting though, you know, because like sometimes when you're playing a slot machine, the coolest part of some of these new slot machines is like when something crazy happens and then like a mini game basically opens up. Like there's this Willy Wonka slot machine that I remember where if you get like a certain number of these gobstopper pieces in the slot machine, then this crazy mini game thing happens that opens up, like it's like a meta for the slot machine that opens up and like does all this crazy bonus slot machine stuff. And so it would be cool to do that. This is basically a slot within a slot already. Yeah, the bonus games are fun for sure. Yeah. Yeah, so right now I'm thinking 4 slots. The 4th one only spins if you get all 3 coins. And like you're saying, I'm glad you mentioned this, because what I was thinking before with the 9 spaces, that's going to be so complicated. I'm so glad you talked me down from that a little bit, I think. I think having one, it's going to save me room. It's going to be easier to understand. It's going to... Because before, the way I had it before, you probably would rather have 9 coins than winning the rare slot machine, because the 9 coins are going to give you a ton of coins. So if you get these cherries, but you don't get 3 cherries, then that hurts the number of coins you're winning, basically. So, yeah, for that reason, I like the idea of having 3 coin slots, with the chance of them being duds as well. And then the 4th one is this bonus one, where maybe you either get, maybe either you get a coin or a cherry, or maybe the extra skin, or maybe it's just extra skin or nothing. Yeah, so I think that's the direction I want to go with. I like the idea of, I think I want to make this slot machine redesign a part of this week's activities. Obviously we need it for the meta, for when you get the fruit, but also we want it for in the regular game. It'd be nice to just jazz up the slot machines a little bit. Let me open it right here, actually. So we could redesign this to look more like a real slot machine. I think that could be cool. Yeah, let's put this to the side for now. I think just by mocking up the art and stuff, I think we were able to like reconsider like all these design choices, and it's gonna make us designing this feature a little easier. So I'm glad we did that. That was a good suggestion. Yeah, your new one is more exciting. You're on the right track. Cool. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for these awesome suggestions. Super helpful. Yeah, so let's minimize this for now. We'll dig into that a little more either tomorrow or the next day. I think we'll definitely redesign those. Maybe each week we can kind of work on a different pop-up, and then eventually all those ugly phone backgrounds are gone. Cause yeah, like it looks kind of flat. It looks kind of boring, these pop-ups. Did you like PS? Photoshop? Yes. I was like, PS. What's that stand for? Yeah. I liked it. Yeah. To me, I could see it being just as easy to use as GIMP, and I'm excited because I'm sure there's probably like more features that the free software doesn't have. The phone background looks better on the world background than the other screens. Okay, good to know. Yeah, so also the map one looks slightly different because I wanted to be able to show you this title at the top. I'm curious if you think, like for this kind of pop-up, do you think that I need a different phone kind of background, or do you think that this works or nah? So here's the world map. Here's like the follow. So this is the background I use for all the pop-ups. It doesn't have that space, the gray space at the top or bottom. I'm curious if you think this looks like... Should I redesign pop-ups to have this background? Do you think that it could look better, or do you think it's passable? It's the same one that I used for the slot machine, as you can see here. I think the world one looks better because it's a regular rec and a rounded rec, because that's how phones actually are. Very good point. Yeah, you're right. It does read as a phone. I wonder if I should like change them all to be like that. maybe that's something we'll consider like doing either this week or next week. I think that's a good point. And it gives me room for like a title kind of, and like some bottom buttons that are clearly visible at the bottom, so that might be good to go that direction. I think I changed it because I wanted room for the slot machine or something, and then I changed them all or something like that. I think they all used to be like the world one. That's really good feedback though. Yeah. So I'm just gonna work a little more this morning on. Let's just set up this UI for the chest. So we can stream for 2 hours. Most of that was basically figuring out what the heck we were doing. Also, some of that time was appreciating the amazing game that Mattman made, which if anyone's happening to watch, it's called Hex Stars on an app store. I want to play it this afternoon, hopefully, if I can get that working. Yeah, let's finish the UI for the code. This is MetaBox A. So let's copy these. This is the label and progress bar. So this afternoon, if Mattman's available, I want to play his game on the stream. If not, we'll do that another day, and we'll instead focus all our time on just the core functionality this afternoon. Like when you get a star, we're gonna tick some progress in here, and then hopefully we'll also have time to open up the pop-up to open up the chest. And then the next day we'll work on DM me on Discord if I'm not there. That goes to my phone. Cool, will do. So plan is today, finish this UI, just get at least the first pass of it, and this afternoon get the core functionality so I get progress on the star chest, and open up the chest and get the coins after you beat it. The pop-up for that is going to be ugly. We're going to work on that the next day, getting the pop-up for the slot machine for the fruit chest, as well as the pop-up for the regular chest, getting those functional and looking good. I think that's going to be the next task. And then we'll have to work on the fruit chest also requires in-game fruits that you unlock, so that'll be the next day. And so I don't think this will take more than a few days to really get this working, and then we'll have a couple more days to polish things a little bit more and work on a little bit on the UI stuff. So I think I'm really excited about the direction this week. I think this is going to be awesome, so just going to keep moving forward. So match 10 fruits in order to spin the special slot machine. Well, we're going to replace this gift image with a little image of a slot machine. We also need to figure out what is the art going to be for this chest. I just used the gift emoji and made it bronze. I think we can make it look better. Usually games use a chest and they make it look really valuable, like a treasure chest kind of. That could be what we do. Instruction be fruits. Okay, so let's change the positionings. So the available space is going to be this dot width minus the right side of the gift image. So the instruction is going to start at the right side of the gift image. And it's going to be +5 plus avail x space divided by 2. So that'll center the label. Yeah, thanks again, Mattman, for all the awesome feedback on this. Thanks to Kessels as well for the feedback. You guys have helped me out so much. I don't even know what I'd be working on if it wasn't for you two. Gift image there. So for the draw image, we're going to start at the right side of the gift image. And we're going to end at this dot width -5. Alright, let's see if we did that right. Natman says off stream looking to better TTV and franker phase Z extensions for fun emojis. Yes, thanks for reminding me. Let me write that down. I have a list of things to write down that you tell me. Better TTV and franker face Z extension for emotes. IDK how it works on the broadcast side. Cool, good to know. I will figure that out. Thank you for that advice. Anyone let me know if there's any broadcasting advice you can give me, because I'm pretty much a noob to this stuff. I've been doing this for a few weeks on Twitch and YouTube, but I'm desperate to learn like how to make it better and stuff. So makes sense. We want emotes for the chat. Totally makes sense. I've seen lots of other people do that. Cool. So not quite centered, but good enough for now. Let me fix it. I think let's make it perfectly centered. So the right side's okay, and like you can't really see the white of the star chest. We'll fix the coloring there. Fruit. So we need, yeah, fruit. Maybe instead of this gift, or instead of a slot machine icon, I should just rotate between the fruits that players are looking for. And then here, okay, we'll figure out this design as this later. I need to think about that. Like, what are the icons I display? What are the names of these things? So let's first see if we can make it so that we increase our progress whenever we beat a level. So to do that, we have to find out where in the code is triggered whenever you beat a level. I'm pretty sure it's in bubble layer is where we contain all of our logic for the bubble shooter stuff. So let me just search win. It's not gonna work. Reward is like the name of the pop-up usually. Check level over. So if the emojis are gone, that means we beat the level. So this is checking depending on the mode. So I use a bubble layer for every mode in the game. If it's a level that you're testing yourself, if it's a level you're creating, if it's the main world gameplay, if it's a mini level, it's a side event. All of these have different like mode types, so that it all works in the same file. So this is where we say, all right, what should we do? The player one. If it's just a test, we don't need to do anything special. But if it's the world, then oh, they beat the world and they unlock the next one. But if it's a level, then we do all this stuff. So if it's a level, one thing we should do is make it so that we get one progress point towards this star chest. So bubble layer, BRB, cool. I'm going to take a break in a few minutes as well to eat lunch. All good. I'll DM you if I can play that Hex Stars. So this .parent, that takes me to the main container layer, and we need to so another thing we need to do is when you start a game or whatever, when you log into the game, we need to have like a variable that says like how much progress are you towards the star chest. So that's something we should do in the main. I need to be careful opening the main though, because that has some app IDs. So let me just open that to the side. Yeah. So this is the data that's created if you are an existing user. So need water. Yeah. So we need like a variable that tracks progress for the star chest. Let's just make it a new variable, star chest prog, and we'll set it to d.starChestProg. So, and back. What's up, Kessels? I'm gonna stream till 12:30, and then I'm gonna eat lunch, and then I'll be back afterwards. Hope your day is going good, Kessels. So I'm creating a variable in the user data so that we can keep track of the star chest. So this is where we load it from the database if the user exists, but there's a chance the user doesn't exist, in which case we need to create it. I need to put it down here too, star chest prog, d.starChestProg. Need to do it here. Okay, so here's where, oh wait. Yeah. Star chests prog, d.starChestProg. So depending on how we have to open the game, these are like the different areas where we set it up. So this is where we start a new user. Okay, so if we start a new user, we need to create this new variable. So star chest prog, that's going to always start at 0. So now we have that variable in the data. So in the bubble layer where we're working, all that where I edited, that variable's held within editor data. And so it's called star chest prog plus plus, so that adds 1 to it. And if that variable is greater than whatever the limit is, let's say 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it's greater than or equal to 5. So if they beat 5 levels, then we'll know we'll need to set it back to 0 for the next time, and we need to open up the pop-up or whatever. So we'll do that. We'll set a flag on star chest ready equals true. So in the main container layer, when you close the slot machine layer that earns you coins or earns you moves in the game, after that closes, the main container layer will see, okay, is the star chest ready after you beat that level? Oh, that is ready, and then it'll open up that. So we're gonna go into main container layer, and on star chest ready, that needs to be a variable. This on star chest ready, it's initially false. So when you close slots pop up, I'm back to what's up, Matt Man. I'm gonna be taking a break at 12:30 to eat lunch, and I'll be back at 1. So in this main container layer, this is the function that runs when we close the pop-up. So after you beat a level, you close the pop-up. Lunch, who has time for that? I know, right? I guess I do. No, it is 21:13. Is that what time it is where you live? That is like 9 o'clock. That's crazy. You must live pretty far away from me. JK, I always take a lunch. Okay, I was gonna say, like, wow, like, no wonder you made that crazy game. Like, all like respect to you. Like, no lunches. Like, that's how it's done. Yes, gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, I'm in California, so 12 o'clock. If it's 12 o'clock in California, it's 12 o'clock everywhere. Come on. California is where it's at. No, just kidding. Currently, we're burning up in flames. Soylent only, never move from computer. Okay. I need to take inspiration from your work habits. Right now, I'm curious how much time you guys spend developing, because I only code right now like 5 hours a day, and then I'm doing other stuff the rest of the day. But I feel like either you guys are way more efficient than me, or you spend a lot more time developing. It's probably both. So this is if the world is over. That's not what we are looking for. Timer image. It has to do with the ad. Oh, if you're out of moves, it opens the add button. 9 to 10 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Nice. That's a lot. I need to see. I'm stressed out. Even working just a little. I used to work that amount before the game got out, and then once I did that, I was like, I need to take a break from this. Sometimes way more if needed. Awesome. That's awesome that you're able to do that. I need to build back up to that level of commitment. I was working probably 8 to 10 hours a day just to get the game ready for months or whatever. And then I'm not able to work that much. It was too much. But like I can tell you guys must work so hard by seeing how quality that game is. That's really impressive. If it's not the world end. So this is where I check to see if there's any events I need to concern about. So this is where I'm gonna. So this is where it's checking. Is there an event that I need to do a pop-up for? So I'm not doing that anymore. I got rid of the events for now. So instead I'm gonna do if this dot star chest ready. Is that what I called it? On star chest ready. I don't know why I said R, but we'll go with that. If it's ready, then we'll know we need to schedule the opening of the pop-up. So open pop-up here. This is also where we'll schedule the opening of the pop-up for the win, and this is also where we will reset the star chest UI to make the progress 0 again. Otherwise, so the star chest isn't ready. That means we just need to increment the progress by 1. So increment progress in star chest UI. So let's try to do that. So this inner content layer is where we have, it's like the main frame for all of our tabs and stuff. That's where the home layer is, which is the thing that is on the screen right now. And so that is what has the star chest UI stuff. So let's call a function that increments star chest progress. Yeah, I mean, we rely on this income now and gotta crank it every week, says Mattman. Makes sense. Important to take half days and days off when needed. Makes sense. Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. That's the grind. Yeah, I have a little leeway right now because I saved up some money from my last job, and also I was working as like a teacher for a while making this game, so I have a little bit of room to just work on the game a bit, like in a more casual way. But once that dough runs low, I gotta get back in that grind. So increment star chest prog. I do sometimes take days off. Nice. Makes sense. You need days off when you're running all these meetings and everything. That must be kind of exhausting, like to constantly be putting yourself in that situation too. The dough is always too low. Well, I Help you make a lot of money on this in this new game. I really believe in you. More money, more problems, though. Am I right? No, just kidding. Increment star prog. So let's add that function to the home layer. That's true too. Those are the kind of problems that I want, though. Home layer. So let's add a function. Let's do it at the bottom of this stuff. OMG, where do I put all this money exactly? Yeah. Oh my god, everyone wants to be my friend all of a sudden. Increment star chess prog. So let's see. It's called MetaBox. Okay, MetaBox B. Dots increments prog. So MetaBox B. Increments prog function. So let's have a progress initial. So init prog. So this dot prog equals 0. So when I declare this MetaBox, El Chapo lost $2 billion in cash each year to rats. Oh my god. That's hilarious. When you say rats, do you mean like the animal or like people who are snitching on him? I'm assuming you meant the animal. We'll start it at 0 for now. Increment star chest prog home layer. Yeah, the animal. Okay, makes sense. That's insane. Ugh. See, I would be happy to have that problem. I would accept that problem if it meant that I could lose $2 billion. If I had $2 billion to lose. That's insane. I'd never heard of that before. I would have loaded up on rat poison for sure. Yeah. Like they can run a drug empire and break out of jail multiple times, but they can't take care of some pests. Interesting. Load up on rat poison. Box B. Okay, so prog 0. So when you increment prog, we're gonna go this dot prog plus plus. And this is our progress bar. So let's draw in the green. This dot dn dot draw rect. So this is the outline of the progress bar. We're gonna make it green without a border, and it's going to start 1010 like normal, but the width is going to be based on the progress. So we're going to multiply it times how far they are in the progress. So this dot prog divided by 5 or whatever. Let's just give ourselves a prog of 1 for now. See if we got that green bar drawing. We'll have to like move it a little bit so it's totally centered. This is like a shirt from somewhere I used to work. I used to teach like kids how to code and design games and stuff at Fresno State, at this university by where I live. But can't do that anymore, unfortunately, since the pandemic. But that was nice because I was able to like make money on the side to keep me afloat, and so I can spend all my time on the game and stuff. But that totally dried up. Home. Okay, so it doesn't show it. That's because we're not drawing it initially. We were only drawing when we increment the progress. Oh damn, we got a professor on our hands. That's right, professor of 5 to 14-year-olds for sure. Yeah, I wasn't like teaching at Fresno State. It was like a youth program where like on the Saturdays or after school they bring in a bunch of kids from a bunch of places. Like maybe it's from like areas where the schools aren't so great, or maybe it's like an after-school camp for the kids that need more attention or whatever. So yeah, definitely not a professor. Later, I really liked teaching though, so it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. It was fun working with kids too. Home. Okay, so we got our little progress there. We'll have to like adjust it a little bit so it doesn't block the border at all. If you want to call me Mr. Woodbury though, feel free to. I would accept that. So yeah, so if I beat a level, did I make it so that it updates the progress? Let's see. Okay. We'll see if that catches on, lol. Yeah, probably not. I tell my friends to call me The Dylan though. On Facebook, my name is The Dylan, not just Dylan. It's something I started doing in high school when I was desperate for attention, and it just kind of caught on a little bit. You don't have to call me The Dylan. I feel like Mattman and Kessels have earned the right to call me just regular Dylan, but for other inferiors, I demand to be called The Dylan because I'm not just a Dylan, I am The Dylan. Yeah. So after this, I'm going to eat lunch because I'm starving. Okay, it doesn't do it yet, but we'll do it after. So I'm going to end the stream for now. We'll be back 30 to 45 minutes from now. Professor Emoji Podcast. Thank you, Kessels. I dig the respect. Yeah, so I'll be back in like half an hour or something. So I want to play that game, see if I can get it mirrored onto the Twitch, and I want to dig more into this functionality. Bye, guys. Thank you for all the help. We'll see you in a little bit.